Hi guys, and welcome to another chat at the Femina Grazia Virtual Beauty Carnival. As you know, this is our wellness edition, and in the age of self-care, beauty routines today have taken on a very different role. They are very important because it's not just about skincare anymore. They help you disconnect, they help you soothe anxiety. So I feel like the importance has just grown from being routine to being self-care.
Thanks, Hannah. So the exciting thing is that today, for the first time at the Grazia Femina Virtual Beauty Carnival, which is our wellness edition, we're launching an exciting beauty hero product that's definitely going to make you rethink your 1-2-3 skincare regime to cleanse, tone, and hydrate. So actually, rather not to make you skip it. So yeah, let's just jump right to it.
So to do what Mehna's just said, we have a very special guest who's joining us today to shed light on all things Dermafeet, because that's the brand we're talking about. I'd like to welcome Dr. Aparna Santhanam. Hi, doctor.
Hi.
So Doctor is very closely affiliated with the brand Dermafeet, and today she's going to take us through all things skin and also on a very special launch, which we will discuss later in this chat.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm delighted to be part of this platform. Lovely to see both of you here, and I'm excited to discuss this new skincare routine because I think, like correctly both of you said, you know, it's no longer just a boring skincare routine. In this new normal and the new world that we're living in, it is an integral part of self-care, and skincare is something that makes us feel good about ourselves. A lot of people's self-care journey begins with looking after oneself externally. And therefore, I think this is a very important session that you're hosting today.
So actually, you've kind of literally jumped into your very first question. I've been meaning to ask you that given the pressure that our skin has been under this entire past year, you know, stress, fatigue, I mean, all these crazy effects on our skin, what is the best way to head for an easy detox?
So that's a very good question, you know, because it's been a very difficult year from more than one perspective, right? First of all, the whole fear of having this coronavirus hanging over us, you know, most of last year we spent in not understanding anything about the disease. And then we spent time in lockdown, which was really difficult for a lot of us, you know, both working women, stay-at-home moms, everyone, because your normal life just changed to something completely different. You were confined within the four walls of your home. And also we reached a point where we stopped looking after ourselves because, you know, everyone was like, I wake up every morning, my routine is the same. I see the same people. And I mean, I know people who, when they had Zoom meetings, would just say a quick hello and put off their cameras, or would just, you know, do their face a little bit so that they don't have to take care of the rest of themselves. I think it's taken us a good whole year with the vaccine coming in to realize that we have to rejig our whole lives to this new normal. There is nothing like, you know, there is a finite time period where we're going to go back to what was before. But at this point of time, it's important to take stock of everything that our skin has gone through and not just our health, because there is internal stresses of all of this going on in our lives, but there's also the external stress of, you know, the pollution that's there in the environment, the seasons changing from, we started off last March and we've gone through an entire calendar year and we're right now sitting and discussing in June. So all the vagaries of the different seasons that we've gone through to where we are here today, you know, looking at different cities, different stages of lockdown, and also critically looking at our skin and saying, okay, now it's time for me to pay attention. It's time for me to roll back some of the ravages that it has gone through last year. And therefore, the phrase detox to me is not something like earlier people would say once a month I go to the spa and I detox. It's now become an everyday thing because we have to cope with this stress every single day. We have to ensure that our skin's turnover mechanism comes back to normal, that our skin starts working better for us on our daily basis. So detox is almost something that we have to do every single day now. It's not just like a one-off, I'm pampering myself thing.
Also, do you think that now suddenly you were talking about changing weather? We're already in the midst of a monsoon season. Right. Do you think skincare routine, our skincare needs are different during this kind of maybe this weather as well?
So I think monsoon is a very important time for the skin for a couple of reasons. In the summer, the sun is very much in our face. Like we look out of the windows, we're sweating, we see the sun. So everyone tends to take a little more care, because in India, we don't want to pigment as well. And therefore, with that perspective, everybody takes a little better care of their skin. The moment the temperature drops a little bit, you don't see the sun anymore, everyone tends to relax, which is a very wrong thing to do because the monsoon does multiple things. One, the way we have monsoons in India, it's not like it rains for 3 months. You'll have some extremely humid days interspersed with some extremely hot days. There will be days when you don't see the sun at all, but you also don't have the rain. And in that cloud cover, ultraviolet light actually penetrates through the cloud cover and hits our skin. And also people begin to assume I don't need to moisturize my skin anymore because, I'm feeling sticky anyways, without realizing the difference between hydration, oil, and the pollutants that are there in the environment, which given the high humidity, the smaller particulate sizes tend to hang heavy just under the cloud cover. So therefore, the effect on our skin is that much greater. Plus, with everything opening up, we're out on the roads more, so after a long time, we're exposed to vehicular pollution, we're exposed to more people on the roads, and therefore, it's more important to detox in this season and to take care of our skin. But unfortunately, we don't have that recognition because the season itself is deceptive with its, vagaries of one pleasant day, one very warm day, and one very rainy day. So therefore, I think it's important in this season to understand what detox is and get into a good routine for your skin.
So speaking of routines, I mean, we can't stress enough on a 1, 2, 3 skincare regime.
Right.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Smart Derma routine that's, I believe that's specially constructed for your monsoon concerns?
Absolutely. I'm very glad you brought up the 1, 2, 3 approach, because in the past we've talked a lot about CTM and we've talked about CTE, and therefore going back to the basics and saying, I will follow a 3-step regimen, and we'll talk about why 3-step, but basically looking at a 0-1, 0-2, 0-3 approach, where each of the steps has a purpose and leads into the next step. So you start with the first step, which is cleansing, because that is literally the most important thing, right from when we sleep in the night, our bodies are resting, our circadian rhythms kick into play, our hormones are secreted at 4 a.m., which then affect the oil glands, which start doing their work, and the cells start turning over. So when you wake up in the morning, very often people find that they've got a little shininess on their skin, or they feel like there are some rough areas. 2, when you go out and you're exposed to the, toxins outside. So the very first step is to use a good detox cleanser, and that's really important, to use a cleanser which has got ingredients which can promote a certain detoxification of the skin, which can cleanse without leaving the skin dry by ensuring that you don't strip all the oils off the skin, and which can maintain the pH of the skin for the next step to follow. Therefore, I think cleansing or the 0-1 step is to me one of the most important steps in this routine.
So while we think that we've always maintained actually that a toner is the missing link between cleansing and hydration. But can you tell us why it's important to stick to this essential step, which people very often tend to skip?
That's a great question, and in fact, a lot of patients ask me also because scientific evidence has been varying so much over the years, to just share with you. The reason for that was toners were not formulated keeping hydration needs in mind. See, whenever people talk about cleansing, everyone only wants a completely, a clean, smooth finish to the skin, or what they think of as smooth, which is stripping every bit of moisture and every bit of oil from the skin. And then the toner, which are the alcohol-based toners of the past, would go in and strip all the oil from your pores, essentially leaving what is a very dry, sandpapery feel to the skin, which then no amount of hydration was replacing. Today's toners are much better. Today's toners actually ensure that your pores are cleaned out. Your skin is prepped for the hydration that is to follow. And you also have toners which are completely alcohol-free, paraben-free, and even contain ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which is a hydrating ingredient. So by using that critical toner after the cleanser, every moisturizer that you put on the skin will get absorbed better, because, it is a rule of the thumb that if your skin is a little moist, The moisture is held better in the skin.
Yes.
And therefore, when you have a toner which is alcohol-free and containing an ingredient like hyaluronic acid, it definitely preps your skin for better hydration. So that is, in fact, the most important missing link. And in a lot of people's skin routine, it is the weakest link, you know, and we always say a link snaps at the weakest link. So you may be using every other brilliant product for your skin. By just not using the toner after you cleanse your face, you are breaking the chain of your skincare.
Right. Moving on to the third step, can you let us know a little bit about what are the advantages of working maybe with, say, a gel-based hydrating cream, like, say, the hydrotonic gel fluid, for example?
So, you know, this is a very important question that people don't understand, because they assume hydration and moisturization means something sticky on the skin. So they immediately think that, you know, I've just cleansed my face and I've toned it. My skin is feeling tingly, it's feeling nice, it's feeling fresh. If I put something on it that's going to make it sticky, then I'm not going to look fresh anymore. See, what the most important thing to understand is that the two systems on the skin of hydration and oil production are completely different. And therefore, to lock the hydration back into our skin, it's very important to use a product that hydrates. Now, it's important to understand that every skin type will need a different formulation. So it's not just enough to say I need a hydrator or I need a moisturizer. You also need formats which will hydrate you without leaving your skin looking dull. And luckily, you know, science and pharmacology has been working a lot on that aspect. So earlier we had only thick creams, then we moved on to lotions, then we moved on to gels. But the problem with gels was that when a lot of people use just a simple gel, while you would hydrate the skin, you would also strip the oil immediately, therefore leave the skin looking even drier. Now these new formats like, you know, the gel fluids, they are beautiful because the particle size is such that it hydrates your skin, and yet it does not leave it either feeling dry or feeling oily. It just sort of slips into the skin, especially if you used a good toner. It slips into the skin, you know, it cements these little spaces that I spoke about, and it leaves the skin plump and hydrated, which is also one of the first steps towards looking youthful and dewy, which is the ultimate goal of everyone when they use any skincare product, you know. So that's where a gel fluid really comes into play, because it suits almost all skin types, including the very, very oily skin types. I mean, I have patients who've got acne, who are breaking out, and who've got, you know, really, really oily skin, and even they do well with the gel fluid format. So that's the big advantage. It's a very new trend, and I'm happy to see the trend catching on in India as well, because in our country, given the kind of humidity that we have, given the kind of heat that we have, using products which are formulated, you know, in formats which will benefit our skin is very, very important.
Right. Thank you for that, Doctor. Henna, over to you now, before we welcome another guest into this chat.
Just as Mehna said, we have a very special guest on with us here today. I'm very happy to introduce Anam Chashmawala. For those who don't already know, Anam is one of India's leading digital content creators. Thousands of girls turn to her for beauty advice that's honest, genuine, and obviously reliable. Hi, Anam.
Hi, Anam. Hi. Welcome to Grazia and Femina's Virtual Beauty Carnival. This is actually our third edition, which happens to be a wellness edit.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to be here.
Super.
Anam, as I was mentioning, we trust you for all your reliable skincare advice, which is why I'm going to jump right in and ask you a bunch of questions about it. For starters, can you tell me about, like, we spoke to doctor a lot about a 1, 2, 3 skincare regime. So if you follow the same, can you take us through that a bit and tell us how that works for you?
Oh yeah, I'm a huge believer in like the 3-step 1, 2, 3 routine. I think it's so important to cleanse, to tone, to moisturize, hydrate your skin. I actually go a step further and make sure I do step number 1, cleansing twice, just because I want to make sure all the makeup I'm wearing, all the pollution I'm exposed to on the daily is really, really taken out of my skin and my pores. Toning is something not enough people do, and I think I've been pushing toning down everybody's throats for the past 4 or 5 years at this point. And I'm like, please don't skip this step. It's very important. It's that connector between 1 and 3 that really does the trick if you're looking at a long-term approach to good skin. And moisturizing and hydrating is just, it's non-negotiable. It doesn't matter if you have oily skin, it doesn't matter if you have dry, medium, normal, combination skin. All of our skin needs moisture, so please don't skip that either.
How important is it to give your skin some detox, especially now that we've seen how our routines have changed in the lockdown and things like that? So how important is a detox for your skin?
I think it's so important to, just the way so many of us do digital detoxes, just the way a lot of people, like people who drink on the regular, will do, detoxes from alcohol. I think it's very important for you to just know that your skin needs a breather every once in a while. On days when I'm not shooting, when I'm not filming anything, I will not wear makeup, but I will not skip out on doing a detailed skincare routine even on those days. So I think it's really important to know the needs of your skin. Just the way we eat different kinds of food depending on how bloated we feel, or you also have to listen to what your skin is saying to you. If it's drying up on certain days, or if it's just behaving weird and breaking out, listen to your skin and give it what it needs. That's so important.
That is absolutely right. And yeah, like sometimes a break is good. It's always a great thing. So if this detox that you just discussed was packed into a product for you, what would that be?
Well, it would be something like, I think we should just share the first look of it over here today, because we do have the all new Dermafique Absolute Detox Cleanser. And I think that is the perfect bridge into what all of these products really bring together. So shall we take a look at it?
Yeah, I think we should. This is the exciting new product that we were talking about, and to take you through it, we'd like to share like a fun little snippet of what it looks like.
Because dirt builds up toxins deep inside your skin, Dermafique Skin Science brings you Absolute Detox Facial Cleanser. Fact: pollution and dirt leads to free radical buildup which damages your skin. That's why you must detox your skin when you cleanse it. Dermafique Absolute Detox Facial Cleanser with vitamin E and bioactive cellulose beads cleanses the pores and detoxifies your skin by neutralizing the effects of free radicals. Cleanse, detox, surrender to the Zen. Dermafique. Science, cell by cell, balance, Zen.
That looks incredible. That's almost like an entire chat in like a small snippet, and literally what you spoke about that was just shown.
I think it's this little guy here. That's the one. Excited to see it on our platform for the first time. Thank you, Anam. I had a quick question for you. Can you tell us about the relevance of vitamin E and pomegranate extract, which are meant to be the star ingredients of the Dermafique Absolute Detox Cleanser?
So vitamin E to me is one of the most important ingredients, because, when we talk about antioxidants, see, whenever you talk about detox, you are taking away some toxin, and this toxin is basically free radicals on the skin. Free radicals are produced by, so many of the factors I spoke about: external irritants, internal stress, the diet that we eat, all of that goes to produce these free radicals. And vitamin E is something that's called a scavenging antioxidant. So a scavenging antioxidant actually goes and captures this, to give you a visual picture, captures the free radicals and destroys them and eliminates them from the body, doing a true detox. So vitamin E is actually one of my favorite products, not just for detox, but for anti-aging and host of other issues, and it works beautifully topically. Pomegranate extracts, again, are a different class of antioxidants, and they contain extracts like lycopene and lutein, which most of your dark, deep colored fruits do. But pomegranates have the additional anti-inflammatory property both on the external skin as well as in the seed, which when extracted and put into the product really aid vitamin E synergistically to ensuring that the detox process in the body is completed and you actually get a fresh, dewy look on your skin. So it's a great combination to put in a cleanser, which is the first step in any detox routine.
So I think that was a fun little session. We got a lot of skincare advice. We got to know about Dermafique's new product, and we also got an insight into Anam's routine. But before we sign off, I feel it's a wasted opportunity if we don't pick your brains a little more, because we have a skin expert and a beauty blogger here. So I'm going to ask 3 small questions to each of you, and I want to know what you would pick. We do a small skin rapid fire and let's see how we fare. So I'll ask questions. Doctor, you can take it on first. Anam, you can get the next answer in. Okay, so the first one's a little tricky. If you could choose only one for the rest of your life, what would you choose? A brightening vitamin C based product or a hydrating vitamin E based product?
For me, that's a no-brainer. I think I said that earlier in the conversation too. If I had to choose only one, I would definitely choose vitamin E, because it's very difficult to get scavenging antibodies, out of the way. It's very difficult to get a scavenging antioxidant, and that's the one I would always plump for.
I hate that you're making me choose, because I would want to take both. But if I did have to pick one, I think I would go for vitamin E, because it's a lot more hydrating. And I swear by whatever Dr. Aparna says in general, in this particular case.
Okay, moving on to the next one. From a 1, 2, 3 step routine or from a CTM routine, which one is most essential for your skin type?
So for me, cleansing is the most important. Again, like I said, I want to emphasize that following the 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3 routine is really important, because if we want to get best results on our skin for the long term, it's not that you can do one and not do the other two. But again, if I had to pick just one for my skin, cleansing is the most important for me. Because one, my life is very busy, through the day I'm busy both outside and inside the home. I do yoga regularly. So my body does produce a lot of toxins, which I feel need to be detoxified. So I would always plump and never skip the 0, 1 step.
I'm tempted to say cleanse also, because I wear so much makeup like all the time. But to be honest, I think I would just push my own envelope a tad bit. I would say moisturizing, because like I said, my skin is really dry, and it honestly starts to feel like sand in no time. Like if I maro shortcuts on my skincare routine just 2 days in a row, I know something's gone wrong. So for me, hydrating my skin is just a compulsion. It's like drinking water.
All right. The third question is, what, according to each of you, is the most overlooked step in skincare routines?
So again, I'm going to answer this specific to this season, but it's also applicable to around the year. And I'm going to actually talk about 2 things. I know you asked for one, but you've given me the floor, so I'm going to talk about 2 things. I think 2 things which are missed out, especially in the season. One is the hydrate part of it, because almost everyone believes that, there's humidity in the environment, which means my skin doesn't need a hydrator, which is completely, following the wrong path, because just because there's humidity in the environment doesn't mean there's moisture in your skin. And most importantly, across India, all the time, sunscreen is one of the most overlooked products, and especially in the monsoon season, because you can't see the sun. People don't realize, that A, the ultraviolet rays penetrate through cloud cover, and B, increasingly, we know you need full range cover. It's not just ultraviolet rays. I mean, you need protection even against the visible rays and the infrared rays. So getting a full coverage spectrum is important. So I would really think the hydrate and the sunscreen step is the most ignored across the country.
For me, I would say, and I know I say this on repeat mode, I sound like a broken record, but a good toner. Like I'm really proud of having converted a huge part of my audience into toner users. And I say good toners specifically because there are a lot of toners that have really strong fragrances. There are a lot of toners that even break people out and have just really, really extra potent ingredients that your skin doesn't even need to begin with. I've actually been using this blue one over here from Dermapeak for a really long time now. I think I've been using it for close to 2 years, 2.5 years at this point. And I feel like a nice mild toner to use after your cleansing step is just something that not enough people use. And I think that I will continue to shove it down people's throats if I have to get them to use a good toner.
I think that's a great mission, because we've gone into depths to discuss how important it is and how game-changing it can be. I feel like that's the only USP that you can put out for people. It's going to change your routine, so believe that. And this brings me to my last question, though I think I know the answers from both of you, but I'm still going to ask. What is the biggest myth about monsoon skincare that you've heard?
So the biggest myth about monsoon skincare for me is assuming that you need to look after yourself a little bit less because it's an easy season. I think it's a season where you have to really focus on self-care equivalent to skincare, not skip your 01, 02, 03 routine. And I'm really glad that Anam talks about toners all the time because, you know, to prep the skin for hydration, but also to use the right toner. I mean, it's a lot of time toners fall into disrepute because people don't know that they have to be alcohol free, paraben free. They should contain some hydrating ingredient to prepare your skin for hydration. But I think the biggest myth is really thinking that I need to do less for my skin. You don't need to do less. You need to do the right things for your skin in the monsoon season and ensure that you're on the right path to detox, because it's a very important season, which is a little bit unstable and a little bit not so forgiving on the skin.
So that's what, so we've all, you know, put out so much that's going to help out. So Google search, do your research. And at the end of the day, I mean, there are so many products like this entire range from Dermafeek that are specially made to help you without any fuss, without any trouble. So on that note, I think I would like to thank Dr. Aparna and Anam and also Mehrnaz for being here and for taking us through all that we spoke about today. We've spoken about moisturizing, we've spoken about toning, and also, of course, this new Absolute Detox Facial Cleanser that's going to help you achieve the kind of skin that you've been dreaming of this monsoon. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us at the Femina Grazia Virtual Beauty Carnival. It was a pleasure to have all of you here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. And we do hope that this, the Absolute Detox Facial Cleanser becomes a part of everybody's 1, 2, 3 skincare regime. And we're actually glad we got to do this for the first time at the Grazia and Femina Virtual Beauty Carnival. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Anam, for joining us. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.